welcome to Delancydrome Speed Complex, and today we're going to be doing for some more time trials and about all racing competitions is we're going to be to do whatever it is. But I'm just going to be pretty sure that we're starting off with only one thing. It's going to be trying to using for the manual transmission, and probably we're going to be trying to beat this race against as well. So I'm not probably really sure that we're going to be probably using for the manual transmission until extreme lag has came up with is going to be going one course. So we're still good and all the way for this one. So before we're going to be reaching into the midday. So if before this isn't going to be actually what I tried to say, and about for there's going to be only one course to do so, even before I just going to be reaching out for the race mode. Now looks like this track is going to be loading for very much time. If this lags extremely very much as well, this should be going to be very losing for this one until I just absolutely 275 miles per hour. Now it's going to be keeping on for the wall ride, almost for wall tapping and wall contacts as well. So it's going to be going for even up here. Now I'm just starting to lose consciousness without any losing of these gears. But it looks like we're just going to be getting all the way to aerodynamic ways. We're just going to be going inside of that wall. Now into our last 20 seconds before the nitrox regains at about for this moment. So let's just going to be using around for the aerodynamics around for this vehicle. Now let's just going to be trying to slow them down and against other kinds of drivers in 30,000 credits as well. So even before it's going to be trying to lose without hitting some kind of these things, without going off roads or crashes for this one. So it's almost going to be a little bit of crash. If before I just crash for various time in a little bit of weeks, now we're just going to be almost crashed for a little bit this one. So our time trials is going to be taking for very much longer. Now let's all the way reaching to 208 miles an hour. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now let's just going to be seeing to get all the way up here and stay for just a little bit and put around here 240 seconds. Looks like it's going to be to take it around for this one. I don't really think this is going to be 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 minutes and 50 seconds and around for the clock. So looks like it's going to be getting all the way down for just saying for very too much. And now it's going to be very slow and it took in for a very much lead. As fast as possible is going to be to take around for this one because I just almost completely lost my mind in about for this one. But I'm sorry all American viewers, I just completely lost my mind or almost like this gonna be there yet as well. Now let's just gonna be taking about for this very close while using brakes and about for this before cornering. So I'm just gonna be using to blast nitrox all the way down into right here, nitrox zone. 226 miles per hour. Just by using nitrox. Now get right up here, and the biggest thing was be a Nordschleife. Most likely is going to be 5 minutes all the way down here, and right nothing is going to be to take around for this one. We got one racer versus street racer. There's even one speed racer or endurance racer and the suspect over here. So according to the server, and then a suspect has been left off for this game, and probably as you can see around for the players tab, and just like I just gonna be started to hold. So before it's gonna be for make sure that wasn't gonna be the last time as well. So we're in the midday as literally as possible in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Now let's just be gonna be come all the way down into its front. Now it's gonna be taking without further reduced step 235 miles per hour. As you can see, we're gonna be blasting all the way down to 265 miles an hour. So let's just gonna be to take around for its a little bit turns, reverse Shanghai into Nationale Speedway as well. Now, this isn't going to be reversed Shanghai International Circuit as well. If before this is absolutely going to be to make it around for here. So, looks like let's just turn off the aerodynamics. Now, let's just going to be going for a blast and rate it all the way down here. Dude, actually, we got lost nitrox. And looks like we just absolutely turning for the aerodynamics to put on brakes. Oh jeez, we got a crash. I think we just made an absolutely for a major mistake. 5 minutes and 36 seconds. Now it's gonna be almost like this one, and I'm probably because of this extreme amount of lag for very much. So looks like it's gonna be to take around for this strategy. Now our next race competition is going to blast all the way for mines. Now this race is going to be at 6 minutes long, and this is pretty disturbing, right? It looks like our next race will be our 20 seconds last of all time, so I just maybe even to close down for just anyways. So the next round won't be gonna be easy. If it's just hard for the Delancydrome speed or the circuit B for just wait. And the race is another one, is the B loop reference. Now let's just gonna be jumping inside of the vehicle, McLaren MP412C. Now looks like even for the McLaren MP412C, even for just a little bit for only one thing, MP4/4 is gonna be for my only one opportunity like this one. So the race me is absolutely for like this one, and our next race competition will be Ferrari 256, or this is the Ferrari 296, and it has been removed from Ultimate Driving. So looks like we got our only silver one like these things as well. No using nitrox in about for this one. So how to complete in this race without using nitrox. So it's gonna be easy with only single corner cuts as well. So even because of this only one thing is like we never able to explain in about for this words. So in my words, without using nitrox, is we're gonna be completing about for this course without corner cuts and nitrox or any clothing crashes as well, before it will absolutely having a extreme crashes as well. Now I'm probably sure that we're gonna be using for an automatic transmission. Now we're still using it about for 6th gear. Now slow down. It looks like we just got ourselves a corner cut and make ourselves for a various mistake. Now as we're going to be doing for a slow down into 4th gear. Now it's absolutely going to be changed up to a manual transmission. Looks like I think we currently hit the wall, and we just might be able to start to use nitrox. Now it's going to be explaining how we'll be taking around for 205 miles per hour. 6th gear manual or sequential transmission is absolutely going to be using for stable ends. So let's just get things a little bit slower without any corner cuts as well. Now let's just going to be started to complete this one. I absolutely is going to be pretty dumped out here for this one, and looks like I'm going to be using for nitrox, but I can't do that. So literally we have accordance inside of this one, but perhaps it's not going to be very quickly as well. So the last thing is not going to be very impossible as well. So if before we're going to be returning back into the Delancydrome Grand Prix, is going to be going for a Grand Prix, must be the longest race. It's the most valuable races in the history of Ultimate Driving. So we just eventually gonna be, oh my sweet Celestia, pure vanilla as well. Such is gonna be terrifying idea for this. Corner cutting for a second time is when actually ruins your, even for the daily race against, well, I just literally accidentally did a corner cut for the second time, and now it's a penalty for recently. So we got for another race, and our next race competition will be in last 60 seconds. So as you can see for the player list, we have a speed racer, we have no bounty, and a suspect without 3 green stars on it. Right now we're having another MP4 12C race, and perhaps this is absolutely gonna be almost into morning as well. It's gonna be at midnight for as well, and this is actually that's set in the timekeeper or the time traveling for just as well. I mean, this is some kind of time code or something right back into this video in the last clip. So I'm gonna be ready. Now let's just gonna be trying to make things something a little bit good without using nitrox. Now let's just gonna be using color V. So the letter V is gonna be taking without for much such an area as well. So let's just gonna be to make a little bit one time without causing any accidents in the back for this vehicle. So let's pretty try to slow down. Even then this low rider is gonna be taking around for this moment. Now let's just gonna be hitting around for the 6th gear and 7th gear. I think it's a little bit clouding for about here. And now it's 208 miles per hour. Let's just do it for once again. Now what actually that we're gonna be to do, and let's potentially hit the brakes, and looks like that doesn't gonna be mean is gonna be for a much more sense around for this vehicle. Now looks like it's gonna be going for even most like it's gonna be to make around for this in the apex. Now start braking on this one. Now into 5th gear to 3rd gear. Now without hitting quarter cuts as well, so even quarterbacks as well. Now let's just gonna be hitting around for the 7th gear and made onto our 2nd lap. And against the finish, looks like it's gonna be very quick and very much more sensitive about for this one. Even this is the last video that due to a lack of graphics as well. Even because that I just literally even to do what I ever never able to be saw in about for this video. Now let's get to be hitting around for the 4th gear. Now let's get to be going up right over here for this much. Now even for our 6th gear. Now even for a 7th gear, that doesn't get to be reaching about for this count. Now looks like even to the 8,000 RPM it won't be gonna be necessary as well. So let's just starting for press V, and let's just gonna be doing over here. The MP4 12C is gonna be taking one advantage over here. Now I'm probably pretty sure that I just gonna be started to love this vehicle, even that I just guess around here. Most likely even I started to brake. Now looks like I just gonna be using about for the 4th gear, and then we're just gonna be finishing by the end of this video. So we're gonna be the end of this one, and I'm not very sure that we're gonna be to do, and that the last thing we ever tried to solve, and the race has been finished once again for our next 60 seconds. So this is gonna be the end of today's video, and like I say, I'm going to be doing for very some more at this moment. So if you like for today's video, leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And as you can see for our last time's video that I just really did for the Delancydrome Speedway lap times and Speed Complex lap times as well. And that is all it for this time for today. And this should be Turbo Concept is going to be signing off, and the game is linked in the description. That is not for kids. As anyways, I'll see you mini lads into our next video or next time as well.